Hello all. Today we are going to see a new concept called as JSON module in Python. So what is JSON? JSON is nothing but JavaScript object notation. So with the word of JavaScript, you no need to worry that we are going to code something in JavaScript and all, not at all like that. So initially it was a part of JavaScript, but later on what they done it is a way of actually showing the data to the users, like all the APIs, and it became one of the most common used notation for transferring the data and for getting the data and for using the data in all our program. And in case of Python, all the things which we can use with the help of JSON is done with this module called as import JSON. So to start with, we should actually import JSON, as I have done now. Import JSON. That will be the first line of code. Then to start with, there are four main functions available in this JSON. They are dump s, load s, dump, and load. So these are the four built-in functions available inside this JSON module. So what are these functions? This dump s function is nothing but it will convert a Python object to a JSON object. Okay, it is going to dump a Python object to a JSON object. And load s is nothing but just the opposite. It is going to convert a JSON object to a Python object. And the same thing will happen in dump and load also. The only difference is here the Python object and JSON object in load.s and dump.s is just a string. So we will be having only string in these both cases. But in the dump and load, we will be having a file itself. We can convert a whole file itself in this dump and load. So the basic process of dumping is nothing but converting a Python to a JSON, and loading is nothing but converting a JSON to a Python. So these four are the main functions which we are going to see in detail today. Yeah, so first, to use this dump s method, we are going to dump a Python object to a JSON object. For that, we need to create a Python object. Okay, let us take an example with a variable called as x, and now I am going to create a dictionary. This dictionary's key will be a people. Okay, so this key is mentioning nothing but a set of people available maybe in our colony, and the value of this particular key will be, we can see a list of people will be available, right? So we are going to create a list, and inside each and every people's detail we are going to save. So what we can do, we can have a dictionary inside a list. Now what I am going to write, I am going to write a key called as name, and its value will be nothing but maybe Shravanti first. Then the next key will be age, and its value may be 28. And the next key will be the employment status, and the value of that will be true. The next key will be salary, and the value will be maybe 40,000. So here we have created one particular list of names, list of people. So one list we have created, only one item in the list we have created. Similarly, we can create for more people in the area colony. So as an example, I am going to create another one thing for you. So here we can change name to be um, Joy, age can be a lesser age, maybe 15. Employment status will become false here because a 15 years old will be a child. So, and here the salary will be none. So, these are the details available for us. Okay, so none. So we have created two different peoples in a dictionary. Now we are going to convert this dictionary into a JSON value so that we can easily make this available throughout the program. So to convert a Python object into a JSON value, we are going to use this dump function. So string of dump is equal to JSON dot dump and what we are going to dump this particular x. So we are done with our dump and this dump will save the value of the whole JSON. Now I am going to print and see my s dump and let us run and see this program now. Yeah, can you see the whole thing is now available? And yeah, we are converting a Python object to a JSON object, right? So when we are converting, if you can notice, the dictionary is still a dictionary here and the string is still a string, and coming to the numbers are still a numbers. Now coming to this true or false. So this Boolean value in Python we use the capital letter T and F for true or false, but in JSON, they have been automatically converted to small letter case, which is available in JSON. And if you can see the salary, here the employment status was false here, which is automatically converted to small letter f. So, which is nothing but the JSON's object is being represented like this. Then the salary in Python, we have the value none, but in JSON, we have the value as null. So this is how it automatically converts each and every small thing which is available also into the JSON format with the help of this dump function. So this is fully like this, right? If you want to process this and see this in a very good formatted way, we have another parameter called as indent. So if I write indent is equal to 2, what will happen means you can see it live. Can you see? It has been totally indented now. It is easy for us to read because we have people and inside people we have two different peoples with the name and value pair. So it is very easy to read it now, guys. So this indent is really helpful with the help of this dump or dump functions. In the both the places we can use this indent. So I think this example is clear of how to convert a Python object to a JSON object. Now coming to the vice versa, how to convert a JSON object to a Python object. So we can try to convert the same thing here. Yeah, I will just remove the indent so that I will get the actual JSON value. It will be easy for me to copy paste more than writing. So now I will have y is equal to, so we are going to create a JSON object. JSON object is nothing but a string in our Python. So I am going to use my single quotes and I will just paste the whole thing which was available. Yeah, if you can see I have pasted all the things and now we are going to use our load function to convert this particular JSON object into Python object. So for that we can just say that string loaders is equal to JSON dot loaders of y. So we have loaded the y. Now if we are trying to print this yes load s, it will show you the actual JSON object. Sorry, Python object. Yeah. Can you see the difference when it is converted to Python object? automatically the small letter t is being transferred to capital letter T, and all the strings are in the single quotes instead of double quotes, and the false is also been made to the false with capital letter F, and the null value is converted to the none value. I think now it is clear with both the things which is called as load S and dump S. Now, if you want to do the indentation here in this load S, is it possible? Let us try. So, as you can see, it is not possible. So, only your dump function has the indent properties. Load function will not have the indent properties because we don't have any indent property in Python as such, but in JSON we have that indent properties. Now, to make it more clear, what I will do, I will write type of this particular S dump and the type of this S load, so that we can understand what is the data type of this particular object which we are trying to print. Let us run and see. Yeah, if you can see, this S dump has been converted to JSON. So if something is in JSON, as I said, it is in form of a string. So it has showed you as a string, and your S load has converted the JSON that is a string into a actual Python object. So that Python object is nothing but a full dictionary, right? So it is showing as dictionary. Now I think it is very clear about this dump s and load s function. Moving further, we can see the main function of dump and load. So to make that particular thing clear, I will just first comment all the dump s and load s function, so that you will not be confused with this kind of output. Okay, so already I have made a ready copy of a JSON format. If you can see here, states.json. What I have done is I have put it in the same directory of my program, so that I don't want to specify the actual place where it is saved. So this states.json is nothing but a very big dictionary which is going to have all the American states, US states with its name, abbreviation, and area codes. So this whole thing forms the states.json, and it is a dictionary. And yeah, we can try to use now, open this particular states.json and try to work on with this JSON value. So to open any file, we should first write f is equal to open of the file name first. Now I'm going to open states.json, and in the second parameter I will write on which mode I need to open. Here I am going to open it. Let open it with a reading mode. And yeah, so after opening it, what I should do, I should load the values from that state.json to my data, or to my Python, so that it will be of Python way, so that we can easily go through all the things. So what I am going to use is, I am going to save all the things inside a variable called as data. And now what I am going to do is, I am going to write f dot JSON dot load. What I am going to load, the file name I should write as the first parameter. Here f will be my file object, so I am writing f. So this particular data will now have all the things available inside the states.json. Let us try to print the data and see for the easy understanding. Can you see the whole states dictionary is available here, and it is a very big thing. So see, such a big dictionary we are having inside our data. So once we get the data, it is always good to close the file which we have opened. So I am also writing f.close. So now we are having this data available in this data variable. To manipulate or to go inside this data and see, so now this data is as usual as the dictionary which we are having in Python. It is converted. So we can just write, so if you can see, States is the key, and the value of the states is a list of items, list of all the country names, abbreviation, and the area code. So if you want the list alone separately, then we can use it with the help of data of, and the key is states. So if I am writing data of states, let us check with the help of print statement what is it printing. I will run and show to you. Yeah, so now it is printing the list of states. And if you want to go through loop through each state at a time, then you can use a for loop for I in the same data of states. Now what I am going to do, I am going to print the name of the states alone. So we can just write print I of. So I will again be the first element fully. So in this first element, I want to print the names alone. So this is the key for me. So I am printing the name alone with help of this particular thing. And let me run and show you. So all the states name are printed. If I want to print the abbreviation also, I can just write here as I of and abbreviation, that key. So it is same as retrieving data with the help of our own dictionary. So now if I run and see all the states with the abbreviation I am getting. So I no need in a particular, I need a JSON where I need only this name and abbreviation, and I no need this area code. Then what I can do? I can create my own another states dictionary, so that will hold the value of all this new name and abbreviation alone. So let us see how to do that. What we are going to do in that particular case is we are going to delete the area codes from this particular data. So what we can easily do? So there are two ways. One way is deleting the area codes key, or the other way is appending the names and abbreviation. Deleting becomes very easy because the area code is the only thing which we need to delete. So let me try to do that. So I am going to delete I of area codes. Area underscore codes. So when I delete this area underscore codes from my data, this area underscore codes will be totally deleted. If you want, we can just print and see this particular thing. I am going to print my data when I come out of the loop. Yeah, if you can see, now the same thing is coming but without the area code. So this is the file which I want as a JSON data. So for having it as a JSON data, so we can create another new file. So I am writing f is equal to open, and I am going to open a new file, maybe new states.json, and this file I should open in the write mode because I just want to write all the things available. Sorry. Yes, I am opening this file in the write mode. Now what I am going to do is I am going to dump this data inside this new states.json. For that we can write json.dump. What I am going to dump? I am going to dump the data. Where I am going to dump? I am going to dump inside my f. F is having the handle of my new states.json. So this way we can easily dump all the data available, which is available in this data variable, to this f. F is nothing but new states.json. Now let us close this file handle f.close, and let us run and see the program. So when I run this program, if you can notice here, another folder called as newstates.json has appeared because we have created that JSON file. If I open and see, can you all see the output which we had without the area code is here. But again, this is a JSON format and it is not so much indented correctly. It is just a full string. So to make it more readable, we can again use this indent parameter inside this dump. So I will write indent is equal to 2. So that 2 spaces of indentation we will be getting. Now let us run and see this new states.json. Yeah, can you see? Now it is very clear and very nice to see all the list of states and abbreviation, and we can use it whenever needed. So I think now you are very much clear about what is this JSON module and how to load a file, how to dump into a file, and how to make use of this load s function and dump s function. And yeah, that's it for today, friends. Bye bye. And this is Shravanti.